So join us. See what shenanigans we get into next. Who knows, maybe somewhere along the way, you'll find your favorite winemaker. It's another beautiful day here in Santa Barbara County's Los Olivos. After wrapping our tasting with Jessica at Story of Soil, I remembered one of the cool features about this place. You see, Los Olivos is a park your car once sort of town, because everything is down the street, across the street, or around the corner. That's the magic of 30 tasting rooms within a 3-block grid. It's time to head over to Stolpman, which is across the street from Story of Soil. Oh, and after that, we're heading over to Dragonette, which is across the street from both of them. Man, I love this town. So even though Ricky's known Pete Stolpman forever, this was his first time visiting the tasting room. Because whenever Ricky came to town, they'd skip right past Los Olivos and head straight to the vineyard. Me, my journey was the opposite. I've been to the tasting room a few times, and getting out to the estate finally completed the circle for me. Hiking through the mother vine, sitting with the family by the reservoir, listening to Pete, Tom, and Ruben unpack the La Cuadrilla project. Man, and then watching Lupe kick off harvest as the sun disappeared behind the hills. It was pure magic. I finally understand why Stolpman has always felt different for me. Not because of one wine, not because of one person, but because everything there feels connected. The family, the farming, the people, the intention behind every decision. Maybe the master plan was never fully written down, but they never strayed from it either. Create something meaningful, build a home around it, build a community around that, and then let it grow.
Hey, and greeting us with wine.
Welcome to Sauvignon Blanc.
Little Sauvignon Blanc, baby. Santa Barbara County.
That's what's happening.
That's what we were picking last night, huh?
Yep. Finished with it.
Doing it right.
Let's taste some wine.
Giacomo, what's up, fella?
This is beautiful, Pete.
Right? Yeah, the key with Sauvignon Blanc is low yield. So many farmers are greedy with their yield. They crop at 10, 12, 15 tons per acre.
That's a lot.
And so what you get is this really diluted, acidic, kind of searing wine that a lot of people are like, oh, I don't like Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah.
But with this, you should get a little more substance in the mid palate. It's still crisp and refreshing. And I mean, people ask me like, oh, why does California Sauvignon Blanc taste so different from the great Sancerre that I love? Well, old vine Sancerre, the vines are ancient, right? They don't have the energy to ripen a lot of fruit, so they're naturally low yielding. Right. They're old, they don't care. You can't push them to overcrop, right? But young vines in California, give them plenty of water, plenty of fertilizer, boom, they're cropping fruit everywhere, right? We're cherry picking only the lowest yielding vineyards and getting that richer mid palate, and then zing, you get the acidity on the back end.
I'm guessing that limestone really helps too.
Well, Sauvignon Blanc is a no-brainer because all of the best Sauvignon Blanc in France is grown on limestone.
Right.
So yeah, we started with 2 acres back in the late 90s. Now we have 10 acres planted, and we picked about half of it last night.
So this is kind of my first time in Los Olivos. I think I've spent all my time out in the vineyards and at the winery, but this is amazing. I mean, all these little shops, tasting rooms, restaurants. What a cool place to be.
I've been coming up here my whole life pretty much. You know, Dad was looking for vineyard land. You know, I first went on our property when I was 6. We bought the land when I was 8. And then actually I worked here in 2006 in between making wine in Australia and making wine in Italy. But I needed a summer job. So I got a job right off the flagpole on Grand Avenue. I was telling my dad how much wine we were selling. And that's when we took out the lease on this place. But yeah, there are over 30 tasting rooms there. It's incredible. And now we have a couple of incredible restaurants. Bar La Côte, Nella. I mean, I could alternate all week and not get tired of those two.
We should check them out.
Real talk.
Let's go, gentlemen.
Hello.
Welcome to Los Olivos.
Ricky.
Brett.
Nice to meet you.
A man approaches with wine, Scott.
You know, that's what we're here for. Starting
What
with
you got there?
A Love You Bunches Red. 100% carbonic Sangiovese. In the winery had moved on to a little bit more gentle processes across the estate line, most of which you've already tasted with Pete. And we decided to see how far we could push that. So in this case, taking an already very tannic, very high acid grape like Sangiovese, and seeing what we could do with little to no extraction. And what ends up occurring is the exact opposite of some of the Sangiovese you more than likely already tried. High acid, it is super easy to drink, very fruit forward, Our crew calls it rosé con cojones,
Ah,
which is our favorite way to frame it.
Chilled reds hit for me all year. You know, a lot of people say, oh, in the summertime. No, I'm down with chilled reds all the time.
American wine seems to be set up for a 1950s sitcom. And, you know, it's like meat and potatoes every night, right? We don't eat meat and potatoes every night.
Right.
And so, like, you know, for fresh produce, for entree salads, for fish, like Asian, Latin spice,
Yeah, right.
all day the chilled red, right? You don't want a big, heavy red every night.
You are
This
making
is-
me hungry.
This
people.
is like going to a farmer's market though and biting into a fresh fruit, getting really that crunchy, snappy, refreshing flavor, which is really cool.
Right. You know, this was a long evolution to get here. As we grew more confident in our terroir, these tiny concentrated grapes, a lot of skin there too, a lot of tannin. We went from doing 3 punch downs a day, really working the fermentation, to doing 3 punch downs during the entire fermentation.
Oh, wow.
Then we had this aha moment. In order to do whole grape, uncrushed fermentation, you have to be loving with each bunch of grapes. The best part of this wine, it's actually Reuben's writing.
Oh wow.
So all of our fresh wines, Reuben is our scrivener, right? So we make about half dozen of these carbonic fresh wines,
Yeah.
anchored by Love You bunches. You can find Love You bunches all over the world.
Oh,
But I love the fact that it's Reuben's writing out in the world of wine.
that's amazing.
Right?
If you're just on a Wednesday eating pizza, this is what you want to be drinking. Happy, loving wine.
For me here, I think Sangiovese can be a very dry wine. Here what we have is tannins. You're gonna get a little of that tart magic, but you don't have anything that is sucking all the moisture out of your mouth and you want to give up. This is a very well done, a very good job of giving us Sangiovese in its most raw form. This is delicious. So what else are we looking at for the lineup today?
Let's
Brett?
maybe step it up. We just harvested Gamay and Trousseau last night.
Okay.
So let's try the 2024. Let's do Trousseau.
Trousseau
then,
first.
Yeah.
Quite honestly, this is the best wedding wine ever. While Brett's grabbing those wines, let's talk Chillable Reds. If this is new to you, you have definitely been missing out. No, you can't just toss any red in the fridge and call it chilled. This is a whole style. Picked earlier, made lighter, and built for right now. These aren't wines you overthink, these are wines you play with. Fresh, acid-driven, a little juicy, a little wild. Perfect with food and just as good on the porch or by the pool. The usual suspects are grapes like Gamay, Grenache, Trousseau, and Valdiguet. In the natural wine world, they call these glue-glue, basically glug-glug, which tells you all about their vibe. And yeah, don't bother looking for these at your local big box. You want these? Hit a real wine shop or an organic grocery spot. Or just www your way to Stolpman and order some for delivery. By the way, Love You Bunches is a legit wedding flex.
That's why, you know, the brand is so fresh.
Yeah.
Like you said, they're raw.
All right, next up, have some Trousseau. Not a super commonly planted variety still in California. I believe we got these cuttings from Raj, correct?
Yeah, Raj
Raj
Par.
Par.
Yeah, this was his vision, actually.
Again, one of the earliest varieties that we pick every harvest, at least when it comes to the reds. You guys saw it last night.
Yes.
As you can see in the glass, just so pale. Kind of looks like it could be Pinot, which is funny coming from Pinot Noir country.
For a varietal that I think most people don't know, maybe a bit hard to say, this still is a wine that they can just put into their glass, have on a warm day by the pool. This is something that they can have with a nice pork dish. This is
Exactly.
a good everyday drinker that I think is super approachable.
It's so pale and thin-skinned. That is as dark as we can get it.
Yeah.
It's like this light, high-tone,
Yeah.
feathery wash all the way through. So yeah, it's totally different than any red varietal on the vineyard.
I was surprised that the grapes were so fleshy. Once you got inside, it was just so much material, but not tons of juice either. It was.
Yeah, it's a very tactile wine for being so light.
I love when I pour Trousseau. In fact, I've poured your Trousseau before to groups. It has the vibe of a younger generation wine. I love to pour it for an older generation wine because like, what is it? I don't get it.
You're introducing them to something they're not familiar with,
Yeah.
but then blowing them away by what it provides.
Right.
This isn't something that your general wine consumer is aware of, right?
Right.
We have to continually remember that this is something that we are exposing to people for the first time. And being able to package it in such, again, a beautiful, billowy wine is something that makes my job a lot easier.
Yeah.
We don't make much of it, right? We only have 3.5 acres of Trousseau, almost entirely sold directly here.
So people are not going to be able to just roll up to Whole Foods or something and get this.
Not
Better come to the tasting room.
You better get online and get you some ordered.
Let's do the Gamay.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, what goodies do you have now?
We have some Gamay Noir.
Oh, you can't have any of this, sir. Sorry.
Come on, man. I didn't wear my Gamay shirt today.
You did not.
So I get none.
For the first, got like 7 or 8 vintages, we called our Gamay GDG. So just Ruben's writing GDG. His dad showed up on a Friday afternoon to his house on the vineyard, back when he was commuting back and forth from Long Beach. And he looked out his kitchen window. What'd you plant out there in block 6, the block that we were picking last night?
Yeah.
Right, we were just there.
So you're looking right out from his window at it. And I'm Dad, I told you about that a month ago. That's the Gamay. And he turned to me and said, you planted goddamn Gamay?
Just name the wine.
Boom.
GDG. You talk about the fleshiness.
Yeah.
But we were tasting the Gamay fruit. Perfectly typical, but the Gamay a little bit darker in color. And then the Trousseau is going to be a little bit lighter, a little bit bigger grape, a little thinner skin. Both have acidity, freshness, great sugar. You get the really nice pulpiness in the Gamay that denotes the kind of thicker mid palate that you get in like a delicious, just lightly coating Gamay.
I can't stop eating this Gamay, so I'm gonna give it back to
And
you.
I can't help it. I'm just sitting here chewing on Trousseau. You know, we had a few fun, lighter reds, but you know, we spent a lot of time in the mother vine in the Great Places Vineyards. So I really want to pour you Great Places Reuben, the new 2023 vintage.
Do it.
Oh, say less.
Let's try that.
Yeah, I mean the marquee vintage. This was the first pre-clonal Syrah that we planted, and yeah, the 23 vintage is stunning. So this is the teepee vineyard with the wall below it.
Okay.
We named it Great Places Reuben because Reuben went over to Côte Rôtie in 2006. He helped Renee Rostang prune the Côte Blonde Ludite, and came home and planted a vineyard, quote unquote, identical to the old vines that he found in Côte Rôtie. So without Reuben having the foresight of discovering magic in Côte Rôtie, we would never have a Great Places brand. But hey, I want you to try the Nebbiolo. You want to grab a bottle of Nebbiolo? Yeah, just so good. Oh, hey, Rasmus. Our good friend Rasmus. What's up, man?
Good to see you. Let's go.
Rasmus.
Hi, I'm Rasmus.
Nice to meet you.
Rasmus Scott. Pleasure.
So Rasmus is
good,
the beverage director and sommelier at Maddie's Tavern Auberge, right over there.
Awesome.
Amazing hotel.
Small town world.
Right. One of the best wine programs in the entire county, certainly. We're doing the 23 GP Reuben right now.
Cool.
So Rasmus, he pours the 2013 vintage.
Oh, sweet.
You know, we save a lot of library wine.
dope.
So when Maddie's Tavern Auberge opened, I knew I had to win Rasmus over with something really special. But yeah, so that's the 23.
That's good. When it just been released now?
Not even, about to be released.
Immediate nose, what do you see different here from what you're pouring over at the resort?
It's definitely much more of the fruit forward. Like it's kind of like having the two sides of Syrah.
Yep.
Where this one shows a lot of the fruit.
Yep.
And with the 13, it's just getting much more into the savory smokiness of it.
Let's pop a bottle of 2013 and try them side by side.
Yeah.
Oh, that would
Yeah.
be amazing.
Yeah, so are you picking up your order?
I am, yeah.
Cool.
Selling faster than it can be delivered. So it's good to have it close by so I can come by myself.
Yes. So 2008 through 2017, we called the wine, for lack of a better name, Reuben's Block. And then when Great Places August came online, it changed to Great Places Reuben. Same block, same vines, but an 11 vintage difference in age.
So the 13 is on the left.
Then the 23 on the right.
23 is on the right. So 10-year difference between them. Wow.
And just in color, you can tell dramatic differences. You feature it by the glass, but do you find yourself pairing it up with certain dishes?
A lamb like Mediterranean spiced lamb, and it's just like this wine and that lamb is just like
Oh, perfect.
Oh, that's such an amazing nose.
Yeah, the nose
Wow.
is straight up intoxicating.
I'm so happy that UPS Rasmus was stopping by
Right.
to pick up because we may not have gotten that.
Have you ever tried our Nebbiolo?
I have not.
Oh, yeah. Do you have a minute to
Yeah.
try the Nebbiolo?
100%.
You know, so being Dad's baby, we had to put his face all over the Nebbiolo label. So we only have like 1,000 vines up from 500 in production right now. We've actually planted 2.3 more acres. The first vintage was 2019. And yeah, I think we're gonna find that this wine might age even better than Reuben. Definitely a bit of austerity, a bit of seriousness, but you know, Nebbiolo is so elegant, right? What do you
Yeah.
think?
It's great. Like Nebbiolo sometimes can be too much. Like somebody's trying too hard to do something good with it. Where this one tastes of the grape variety. Like you have the power, the structure, but it's the balance that I think is the key with Nebbiolo wines, and it's definitely there.
When in Nebbiolo it's deeper, you get more of that forest floor. But to me, on the nose, front palate, all rose petal, and then you get that stiff Nebbiolo tannin.
Yeah, tannin management is definitely critical here with this varietal. You got a lot of this fruit tannin up front, fuzzy teeth. I think that this is perfect for some food.
I'm glad you mentioned tannins because you were like rose petal. My mind's going tannins. In fact, the tannins are just like big and laid out like your dog.
But it's what you want in the Nebbiolo as well. If you don't have tannins in the Nebbiolo,
Then
you're
it's not
missing out.
Nebbiolo.
It is there, but it's like well balanced to the wine. Like you still have the fruit and this pithy perfuminess of the rose.
And thank you for saying perfumey. I wasn't even thinking about that yet, and then it just hit me in the top of the bell.
All right, we need to get you your wine.
Thank you so much, guys. Enjoy Los Olivos.
Great to meet you.
It's
So great to meet you, Red.
Thank you, and I'll see you later.
And she's unfortunately,
Yeah.
we got to get rolling too. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for this, Pete. This has been a fantastic week.
Incredible
hanging out.
lineup, man.
Yeah, enjoy town.
I love tasting the wines. Thank you so much.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah, great.
Thank you, my guy. All right, Pete. You definitely brought the fire with that lineup. These wines are vibrant, man, thoughtful, and they remarkably reflect place. And as dope as that sounds, that's not really what sticks with you after spending time with Stolpman. It's the people. It's the way Pete talks about the land like it's a responsibility rather than a resource. The way the team shows up, not just to make wine, but to be a part of something bigger. The way La Cuadrilla isn't some afterthought side project. It's the foundation. I no longer think of Stolpman as just a winery because it's built more like a community that just happens to make legit wine. Drinking better wine means learning the journey that brought the grapes to the glass. Good wine tells a story, but great wine makes you feel like you're a part of it.
We are starting with Love You Bunches Red. This is so awkward.
This is so awkward. This is so awkward.
Hey, man.
Welcome to Los Olivos.
Ouch.
Jesus Christ.
Back to one.
Hi.
Well, did I tell you about Gamay?
No.
I mean, you talked
Tell
about the fleshiness. Sorry, I got excited about Nebbiolo. You know, I am my father's son.
Squirrel. Hello, Master. I hid here under the porch because I love you.
See, I have a 2.5-year-old daughter, so that's hitting hard.
All right,
Right, we're needing more glasses, man.
more glasses, stat.